Good morning. Today is May 2nd, and God gave Solomon wisdom and understanding exceeding much, and largeness of heart, even as the sand that is on the seashore. 1 Kings chapter 4, verse 29. The wisdom of Solomon exceeded that of all others of his time. He spake 3,000 proverbs, and his songs were 1,005, about relationships among nature, man, and God. His reign of 40 years became legendary as a golden age of peace and prosperity in Israel's history. The Lord granted him an understanding heart, riches and honor, and the privilege of building the temple in Jerusalem. Solomon was warned that if he abandoned the Lord's commandments to serve other gods, his kingdom would be cut off. Vital lessons about faithfulness and humility are to be found in Solomon's life. The greatest wisdom is in how we live our daily lives, for it is less what we know and more what we do that spells the difference between the natural man and the man of Christ. Truly, where much is given, much is required. Okay. So today is a new week. We're doing Exodus 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and then Leviticus 1, and then Leviticus 16, and then Leviticus 19. So we're jumping around a little bit this week. Hopefully we can keep it straight and get some good stuff. I didn't watch the podcast this week, mainly because, or before this week, because I didn't get anything out of it last week. So anyway, what happens in this chapter? Oh wait, sorry. So today is Exodus 35, all of it, and then the first 8 verses of 36. And in these chapter and verses, Moses says, here's what the Lord told me to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to build a tabernacle. And it goes through the process of what they need for the tabernacle. Brass and gold and jewels and linen, and we're going to worship there. And then the Lord appoints a man, I forget his name, to be the architect of it, and to be in charge. It says he inspires this man to know how to do it. And at one point, he says to Moses, okay, the people are bringing too much stuff. We have far too much stuff to build this tabernacle. And so then Moses says, all right, we have enough donations. You guys can stop. And that's kind of where we're at. But it kept saying those that are wise-hearted donated, brought offerings. And so it feels kind of like they turned a corner, you know? Like before they were like, why do we have to do this type thing? And now he's like, give me everything nice that you have so we can build this sanctuary. And they give more than is necessary. So that's kind of nice to see that they've turned a slight corner. There is nothing in the side-by-side. It goes from chapter 34 all the way to Numbers 1. So it skips all of Leviticus. It skips the end of Exodus and all of Leviticus. And so you're just kind of like, what's in Leviticus? Anything important? I'm sure there is, but it's interesting that it skips right over. And there's only a few things in here for chapter 35. Mainly because it's kind of a recap of the first, 20 Exodus 25 through 29. It's just kind of a recap. So I'm not surprised that there's not much here. But it says, inasmuch as there are other types of offerings unto the Lord, including the offering of animal sacrifices on altars, the word translated offering here might also be read as contribution. And then, for 3525, Brigham Young applied the teachings of this verse to the people of his day. So we'll just read that one. 3525. And all the women that were wise-hearted did spin with their hands, and brought that which they had spun, both of blue and of purple, and of scarlet and of fine linen. 3525. Yes. Okay. If instead of our wives and daughters passing their hours in idleness, folding their hands and rocking themselves in their easy chairs, they would spin a little wool and a little cotton from our Dixie, or that grown in their own gardens and fields, and make some good warm clothing for the men and boys, and some linsey flocks for the women and girls, they could with propriety be called wise women in Israel. I don't know if what am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say yes, before women had jobs and worked, it would be good if they spun and they, did their duty to the men who were working. How can we apply that to us today? We don't sit idly in our easy chairs folding our hands. I guess we could take it as in how much time do we spend in idleness instead of doing something worthwhile? That's what we can attribute it to. I'm not saying he's sexist or misogynist. That's how it was. The women just stayed at home, and instead of sitting in their easy chair, do something worthwhile, be useful, be helpful to the household. Okay. May 2nd, the prayer of a prisoner, from O.G., a life prisoner. O thou who hast all power in heaven and earth, come and let the light of thy divine presence illuminate the shadows of the prison house, and fill the hearts of our brothers in bonds with hope and courage to endure patiently each his particular burdens and trials. Support and comfort any who are cast down or forsaken by earthly friends, or who suffer physical or mental pain or sickness. And if any are appointed to go hence, be thou their rod and staff through the dark alley, and at the last receive them unto thyself in paradise. All right. That was Exodus chapter 35 and 36, verses 1 through 8. We will see you tomorrow. We'll see if we can find something to talk about. Bye.